Hey, this is Mark, and today I've got this dead Samsung S8 Plus that is here for rush data recovery. Um, it just doesn't do anything when you try to turn it on. No response at all on the phone. Let's check what the note says. It says phone will not power on or charge. Two different shops have diagnosed it as a power management IC failure. If possible, replace PMIC or swap the memory module onto new motherboard. If neither is possible, then I'm interested in data recovery. Well, let's go through a couple of things here in the note. First of all, any kind of data recovery is going to require getting this board to boot. So there is no data recovery outside of fixing whatever's wrong with it. Swapping the memory module onto a new board, yeah, that's not going to happen unless you swap the CPU as well, which is kind of a last resort. And then the first suggestion, replacing the PMIC. Sure, maybe I'll need to do that. I've had to replace PMICs before on Samsung, so it's possible. But I think we're gonna do a little bit of diagnostics first before we start doing what the note requests. So first thing I'm going to do with any board, including a Samsung, is connect my DC power supply, which I have set at 4.2 volts. Going to connect my DC power supply, and then I'm going to prompt this to boot. So prompting to boot with the two springy pins right here. I just short those together. This one's actually ground, so I could just short the other one to ground. And that should prompt it to boot. But what is this? As soon as I connect power, I'm consuming some current. Woo! And we have something getting hot. So let's disconnect that for a second and get our thermal camera. All right. So I felt some heat down here at the bottom of the board, but on the other side. So we will connect power again. And we are consuming current again. I can see it's definitely getting hot at this bottom end of the board, but not on this side. It's getting hot on the other side. And there we go. Look at that. We got definitely two different hot spots there. So let's look at those under the microscope. All right, so it was this area. This chip looked like it was getting hot, and so did this area. And what do we have here? This is an ugly looking cap. So what are the chances that this cap is our problem? I would say 100% that this cap is at least a problem. Maybe not the only problem, but it's at least a problem. And, taking this cap off is definitely something I'm going to try before I start changing the PMIC or swapping the memory and CPU over to a new board. All right, so we got them off. Let's see with our multimeter. Is this cap actually a wire masquerading as a cap? Yes, it is! And do we now have a proper measurement on our line? Yes, we do. That's amazing. So, with just the slightest, tiniest little bit of troubleshooting here, we have found and solved at least one problem in this device. So, let's connect power again. And now we are not consuming any current. So what happens if I prompt it to boot? It looks like it might be booting. Amazing. All right, well, let's slap this sucker back in his housing. And let's see if we get an image and touch, which will then lead us to getting data. So I don't know, I don't expect that the battery in this is going to be charged, so I'm going to use my good old S6 battery. And thank you, Samsung, for continuing to use the same connector throughout many, many different models of your phones. This S6 battery has served me well through many different iterations of the Galaxy series. All right, let's see what happens if I prompt to boot. All right, I am still getting nothing when I prompt to boot. Getting no response. So let's see what happens if I plug the charge port in and connect the charging cable. So now I'm connecting the charging cable, which is also being powered by DC power supply. So I'm going to turn my DC power supply up to 5 volts because USB-C does not really like to charge at a lower voltage than 5. And let's see. Okay, we have a charging symbol. We are pulling, a low amount of charging current. I wouldn't expect it to pull a ton of current if the battery is nearly dead, and also if the phone is not able to properly negotiate the USB-C PD protocol or like the quick charge protocol. So now we will swap over again from charging through the DC power supply and just charge from my my external battery pack that I just charge my own Samsung with. So what I'm looking for is I want to see this start like showing me a percentage. And it's not. So continuing to troubleshoot, we will go back to the original S8 battery, S8 Plus battery that was in it. See if that's going to charge properly. So I'm thinking maybe my tester is really low voltage as well. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm expecting here. I did forget to mention that if I don't have the wireless charging section of the back on, it is going to give me that temperature warning. So I think that this S6 battery, we can check it. I think it's probably just really dead. I haven't used it in a while. And this is really just to satisfy my own curiosity here. Oh yeah, that thing's dead as hell. It's 0 volts. It might be time to retire the old S6 battery. All right, where did I? There we go. So now I've got the wireless charging part of the back. I don't know what this is called, mid frame maybe. All right, so we've got that back on, and now I will. We'll go ahead and see what we can get out of the USB, the power supply powered charging. So we are again pulling current through DCPS, and now we have the wireless charging on the back. And all right, look at that. So nice. The battery still has 64% on it, and it is charging at more than 1 amp. So that's pretty good. It's not as fast as it's capable of charging, but that's still pretty good. All right, we're booting up now. And we have working touch, and we can get the data. All right, so this actually turned out to be a lot more straightforward and simple than the note would have led us to believe. So trust yourself, trust your own measurements. Do not trust what another shop tells your customer, and definitely don't trust what your customer says. Get the history from them, but when they tell you to change the PMIC, please do not do that. Same goes for another shop. I get it so often, especially the local shops around me. Anytime something doesn't turn on or doesn't charge, they write bad PMIC on it and send it over here. And it's just the way it is. All right, so another quick, easy one, and thanks for watching.